Welcome to the weekly analysis. We will be going over of 3 weekly order blocks and 6 2-week order blocks. Not sure how long this video is going to be, but if you are interested in just any particular pair, please use the timestamps below to go to that pair. All right, so let's get started. So let's go to the 1 week. For AUDNZD, there's a bearish order block. First thing you want to do is look at the overall price. This is a very consolidating pair. However, when I look at the higher time frame, I see where price, did not. Oh, finally broke through here. Okay. So price has already mitigated that zone. Price has pulled back to that zone. So, or I won't say zone, the demand zone. That's a demand zone. And then price pushed up, pulled back, has now broken some level of structure. So the current demand zone is here. And depending on what type of trader you are, if you are a swing trader, then you can wait for price to push back down into this zone. Oops. What did I don't know why I'm short. Okay. You can wait for price to either push back and back down into the zone. I would put it below that low. That's 105 pips, which is not a lot for a weekly chart. But then I would definitely be targeting these highs, which is about 800 pips. Based on this bearish order block that we have for the week, price could be pushing into this weekly demand zone to continue pushing up. This is actually the last swing we have here. So price is ranging in between this high and this low. Price here and pushed up. And because you have this impulse move, you have an imbalance and an order block, price could just be pulling back into this zone to at least these highs. So with that being said, from here to here is about 200 pips. If you're looking for a intraday / semi-swing trade, that would be the trade that I would, this would be the move that I would make. Yes, it is a bearish order block. I would not trade it down because you don't know if it may not come all the way down here. It may just create a bullish order block. Okay, because it did tap into the imbalance. So the next candle may be a bullish order block. So my guess is, my recommendation or my suggestion would be to wait for it to pull here and then trade it up to these highs. And then once it takes out these highs, there's some imbalance here. It could push back down to here and then take out this high. That's my thought for AUDNZD. And let me just go to the daily, see what's going on. And if you like to if you know how to narrow down your trade, you just go down in time frame, look for the institutional candle, and for me, that's the last down candle before this move happened here. And you can narrow down your entry. And so that will go from go back up to the 4 hour. That will go from what was a 93 pip move to a 57 pip move. All right, so that's AUDNZD. Let's go to EURCAD. EURCAD is it had a bullish week. I don't consider this an order block, but you had based on the weekly, it broke above this weekly high. It closed above this weekly high. So you may get a pullback to, you may get a pullback somewhere up in here. Will it come all the way back to give? It may or may not. I don't think it will. So I would set an alert here at this zone to see if you get change of character in the zone based on the weekly. You've got an imbalance here. This has already been mitigated. So I would be looking for price to pull back here before buying back up based on the weekly move. Okay. But also you want to be vigilant that you are in a very strong resistance level. So this could come here, push back up to these highs. It could even just go take out this high. So with that being said, we're talking approximately maybe 100, between 120, 40 pips. And that is either going to push up into this strong resistance and then still back down, or it's going to break through and continue buying. So be cognizant of the zone. Okay. That's for EURCAD, EURGBP. Based on the weekly, let's go to the monthly, see what's going on. Okay. So this is the swing here. So if I had to swing here, price pulled back to almost the 88. So I would be looking for price to continue buying at one point. All right. So we have a break of structure here, which means price could be pulling back at any point. This is the highest point. There is a demand zone at the 618. Okay, and then there's also a demand zone at the 88. Okay. Now, if I would think, my guess is that price one, would be coming to this zone before pushing back up to the top side. And I'm even going to, although this is a demand zone here, there's also price action here. So price could buy into this zone and then start pushing up to the top side. And that's based on the monthly. So if we go to the weekly, although we got a weekly bullish candle, let's look at the actual swing. So this is the current swing, right? That's the current swing. So if we fib the current swing from here to here, and let me take this out. Oops. Take to the lowest point. All right. So, and then let's walk it down. So we will be looking for, so currently, if we, this is a supply zone. All right, so then let's narrow that zone. So you have this here. Okay, let's go to the 4 hour. Based on the 4 hour, you have, I'm just gonna draw this in here. This zone here. And as you can see, there's imbalance above here. So I would definitely be expecting price to at least wick up into this zone before selling back down. So and I'm just gonna put that there. And then I'm gonna go to the 1 hour. And if I go to the 1 hour, as you can see, this was the last swing before price broke through. So maybe price will just come into here and then sell. And then if you want to go to the 15-minute, you can do the same thing. Narrow down where possible entry would happen and either set a limit or set an alert. So if I go back up to the daily, okay, I would be looking for price to come at least at this green zone. I'm just going to set it above this high here. And then look for price to come down to my negative 27, which is 300 pips. Now, with that being said, if you want to trade the move back up, the actual swing, the actual internal swing, because higher time frame, right? This is the breaker structure. This is not the swing. This is not the, this is an internal swing. This is the swing high. So if price breaks this high, then you will be looking for buys. If price breaks this high, you're just looking for the buy up to this zone to then sell back down. Okay. So this would be my entry for the sell down. And if I even went up in, this would just be my major key level. And I just marked up because when I go down in time frame, these candles will be closing down this way. So yeah. So if you wanted to just take it down to that zone there, that's 343 pips. And that's how I would be trading that. All right, so that is what I have for the 1 week order blocks. All right, now let's go on to, and I do want to say this could go down, this could be going down to this zone here. So, and maybe even here. But as of right now, you target the next low. All right, so now let's start with the 2 week order blocks. So you have a 2 week order block. And as you can see, price is very bullish. This is a JPY pair. So the first thing I would want to do is mark up my key level here. All right. And as you can see, based on the 2 week, price swept that low. Okay. Price swept the low and is now pushing back up to the top side. Now it could come sweep this high and then sell back down, or it can break above, pull back, and then continue buying. Because there was no, based on this 2 week, there was no close below, no candle close below. So for the 2 week, if you're trying to get into this push up, this buy up, I would definitely wait for price to pull back to this zone here. And then buy back up to this zone here, or even to this high. That's about 744 pips. If you want to trade the pullback, that's on you. I'm not a counter trend trader, so you're welcome to try and get at least 172 pips or the 300 pips. I'm okay. I'm okay with just setting a limit or an alert and waiting for price to show me what it wants to do to then continue to the upside. I don't get FOMO, so that's what I see for the order block. Okay, so now if I go down to the weekly, that pullback would be to this order block, giving a double bottom and then pushing back up to these highs. So if I see it on the daily, same thing. On the weekly, there's an order block. On the daily, there's an order block. On the 4 hour, there's the institutional candle here on the 1 hour. I'm just going to put it at this one since you have two consecutive bearish candles. There's this imbalance here. There's some here as well. So price may tap into that, and price may even pull back to this here before pushing back up. So based on the 15-minute, this is how I walk it down. Based on the 15-minute. All right. So this is my institutional candle, the last down candle before this push up. And that would definitely be where I would want to put my entry. So if, with that being said, let's go to the 4 hour, reset the chart. I would be looking for price to come here. Now you have equal lows there. So I would definitely maybe about, I'll do 50 pips since we're on the higher time frame. And then take price up to this high. So 12% trade. So that is currently what I see for the next move. You may even get more because there is an order block up here. So yeah. So that's what I see for CHFJPY. Euro AUD 2-week. So if I look at overall price, currently in a swing, higher time frame swing. If I fib from here to here. All right, price tap 78. Price tap to 78, drop, started breaking structure. And as you can see, it tapped into the last swing, this institutional candle here, which was the last down candle before this break of structure move to the top side. It tapped in, oops. It tapped in here, as you can see, and went into about 25 pip stop loss on a 2-week candle. Yikes. Okay. And then started pulling back. So based on this 2-week candle, this is the institutional candle. So we would be looking for price to pull back into this somewhere between here and here. Okay. And if you walk it down in time frame, you just walk it down based on daily, the last institutional candle. Okay. 4 hour. And I think y'all get the drift on this. I'm just trading market structure here. So And then you have institutional candle based on the 4-hour all the way up here. Will it go all the way up there? Not sure. But that's the first target. This would be the first target. So let's go back to the daily, go back to the weekly. So this was the last swing. Okay. Price tapped. This was your last swing here. Price tapped into the demand zone and then started pushing up. Okay. Pull back, demand zone, and started pushing up. So we have a weekly bullish candle. So price broke this weekly previous week high. Price broke this previous week's high. So for healthy price action, we would like for price to pull back to here and then start buying up. Let's go to the daily. Based on the daily, price may come take out these highs first before pulling back. Then the 4-hour. This is the swing low. This is the swing low. So price could come down here and then continue buying up to take out these highs first. Okay. And then maybe pull back. Or it can break this low, pull back to here, and then continue buying up. That's Euro AUD. EURGBP based on the 2-week. You have a bullish candle. This is another JPY. Again, price did not break this low and then started buying to the top side. So we have a break of this 2-week here. So again, you're looking for price to pull back to then take to buy up to this key level here. Okay. So we're talking approximately 800 plus pips. This based on this 2-week, this is the institutional candle. So price could come just into this imbalance and then sell. But 430 consequent encroachment of the imbalance is about 620 pips. So you'll still get a good number of pips once you get in on this pullback. Okay, EURONZD. So we had a previous 2-week break, a break of the previous high of the last 2-week candle. Overall price is being bullish. So, and as you can see, this is the last this was the last swing. You can take that as a swing. Price didn't break any of these lows, so it's creating higher lows. So you can mark up your key level here, up here. Price may pull back to this zone here. Price may even, I don't think it'll pull back to this candle because this has pretty much already been mitigated. But I would definitely be expecting price to pull back to one of these zones to then continue buying up to this high. That's EURNZD, GJ, same thing as EJ and CHFJ. We have this order block here, break of this previous 2-week high. So we would be waiting for price to pull back to this zone to push up to, you have your key level here. You have your key level here. You have this is your supply zone. So we would be looking for price to pull back into this zone to do one or two things. Give you confirmation of a sell to then pull back and sell back down, or it's going to break through and continue buying. As you can see, based on market structure, price is bullish. So it's either going to give you this and then sell, or it's going to give you this and keep buying. If I go to the monthly, these highs would be the next, this zone would be the next target. All right. Based on the monthly, this low was not broken or taken out. So my guess is price is going to keep buying. That's my guess. All right. Last but not least, we have a 2-week for USDJPY. We had the previous 2-week high broken above. If we look at market structure, this low has not, was swept. It swept the low, but did not close below. Here is our key level here. Okay. Here is our here is the supply zone. Okay. So we would be looking for price to pull back and buy into this supply zone for about 800 pips. It's either going to continue buying or come create a double top, start showing a internal breaks of structure to sell back down to either this zone or start selling down. Let's look at the 2-month time frame. There is more. Let's see, did it did it? So it did sweep that high. It swept that high and then pulled back, but didn't break any higher time frame structure in internal structure. So this could keep buying up to And if I look at based on market structure, I see two zones. I see this one here. And I see this one here. So those would be my targets if price is going to continue pushing past this key level here. Push up from here to here. Ooh, juicy. It's 1900 pips. If it continues, that's 4200 pips. And I'm just basing that off of price action. These zones here. Okay. But the first target is definitely here because this was the break of structure. That was the last swing here. Price pulled up here. That was the last swing. This was taken out. So price, but did not close below or create any change of character. So I would be looking for a continuous buy up to this next zone where price initially created this last break of structure. All right. And that is all that I have for this week's analysis. If you have any questions or wish to have a pair analyzed, please drop your questions below and we will see you in these trading streets. Happy trading.